Just to bring some of our new guests up to speed here on what we're doing, I figured I'd post a couple quick riding video clips of my dad's monster mini bike that he built out of a 1983 Honda Three Wheeler. Now, if you're interested in seeing that build, I'll post a link to that video in the comments below. But for now, let's get back to building mine. Now here I'm building a little flange for the rear sprocket that's going to be welded on to a front axle off a Honda 125 ATC. I'll show you here in a little bit how that's going to work. Here I'm drilling out the bolt holes and the center hole for the sprocket flange. Now after about a day's work and the flange is finally done, I can weld it to the 125M's hub, and now I'll have brakes and sprocket all in one unit. I received a lot of questions over the last couple of videos on how we got the three-wheel engine to drive the fat rear tire like this. Well, we're getting really close to showing you here. I believe it was Dirk in the last video who asked a question about this. Is this what you were looking for, man? I'll have to figure out some kind of chain tensioner here in the future. The two sprockets that we welded up in last week's video, you can kind of see the one towards the frame there that's hooked to the original Honda chain, and then on the outside of the pillow block there's the second sprocket that drives the rear chain. So basically when the motor's running, inner chain turns the inner sprocket, which turns the outer sprocket, which turns the, you know. What do you think, boys? Should I make a chain tensioner? Okay, I'll make a chain tensioner. Sorry, boys. I think I'm going to make it easy on myself here and save a little time video editing, and just for the rest of the video, just show me struggle busting trying to get this dang tire on the front end of this thing. Yeah, another testament to the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing. Nah, I respect all y'all too much. We'll speed it up here. Now you might have noticed on some of my earlier test ride clips that the stock foot pegs are way too tall on this thing. So I took a piece of solid steel rod and I'm bending and welding together a set of drop foot pegs for this thing. This is the stock rear seat clamp that I'm chopping up because I want to slam the seat down as low as I can on this thing to make it easier for trail riding. So I think the 10 million RPM wheel of fantastic death is up to the task. Oh, there it is. Oh, again. Oh. Go. Go. Seriously though, wear a safety shield, kids. I swear, someday I'm going to learn how to weld. I promise. I had to modify the rear brake because the original 125 cable guide wasn't quite in the right spot where I needed it to be. So here I am just grinding it off, and I will weld it back on in a different location. So here's exactly what you don't want to do. You don't want to go on Amazon and say, hey, I'm going to buy a plasma cutter because I watched a YouTube video. Like me. Because this is going to happen. Yeah, plasma will melt concrete. So yeah, that's going to be there forever. The original seat foam on the three-wheeler was in pretty rough shape, and I wanted to cut a few inches off the thickness of the thing so I could have the seat height as low as possible for trail riding. So I ended up borrowing my dad's upholstery foam cutting tool to chop a few inches off the seat foam. Still don't know why he keeps his upholstery foam cutoff tool in the kitchen. A rasp will help me smooth off all the rough edges here and get everything to the shape I'm looking for. Now, as I've been experimenting here, I found out that my sheet metal that I cut for the seat pan was going to be a little bit too flimsy. So what I did was cut up a busted up rear fender off of another three-wheeler, and I'm using that as a seat pan below my seat pan. I'm also bolting on these carpet spike strips that are going to be used to hold the seat vinyl onto the seat pan. Here comes a nice new seat cover that I got off eBay. Now, it took a lot of stretching back and forth here and there to get everything to fit, but the carpet strips make it really easy to do all those fine-tuning adjustments back, forth, up, down, wherever you need to be. The carpet strips make it a breeze. There, not too shabby. Thanks again for stopping by, everybody. Next week, I'm going to be making some fiberglass molds, laying down some fiberglass, start doing some body work, and this thing's really going to start looking like a motorbike. That is, if I can remember how everything goes back together. See you next week.